Hello everyone, my name is Mitz. We're at Phoenix Wright Contempt Court. So as last time happened, we figured out fucking Vex fucking Volper is part of Aculeus. Part of the black market ring, apparently speaking. And he might be the person actually is like it ties in too well. And the evidence that we've been tasked to give, evidence, the stolen evidence we're tasked to find was both stolen by the last case's victim, Perry Docks, who was part of Greason's entourage to go after the Aculeus, a black market, a black market ring for smuggling, and just, oh my god. We still don't know what the evidence from the VD8 case is, which is literally the Grosbeck murder incident, which Vex Volper was all a part of. So evidence was stolen from that case by Perry Docks for whatever reason. So whatever that case has to do with the smuggling ring in some form, way, or fashion. It has to? Like, what does that mean? I guess we have to talk to the chief again. Maybe actually get some goddamn answers what it is? Report. Oh yeah, I forgot. We were supposed to also, like, ask him about the mysterious caller. What if we can talk about that right now? Hopefully? I'll say that afterwards, actually. Just in case I don't mess anything up. You're back. That was quick. Quick as a dart can be. So quick, in fact, that someone might think you dilly-dallied on your task. No, sir, I wasn't dilly-dallying. Definitely not on my agenda at all. My agenda is very filled out. You have no fucking idea. In fact, I even found out who the thief was. Sing canary. I'm not a bird, sir. Like, I know I cross-examined a parrot before, and I was pecked in the face by a hummingbird once before, but I am not a canary. Just shut up and tell me. Okay. It was Perry Docks. The officer was killed a few days ago. Perry Docks, you say? Think of it. Wasn't the chief already suspicious of Perry Docks? Yeah, I think how he put it was, he just showed up at the job one day and just, like, that was it. We didn't have any information on the victim back then. It didn't seem like we even need to know about the victim then. Everything was just very open and shut. Everything pointed to the Vex. That officer, strange man indeed. Strange? What do you mean? He hasn't been an officer for long, only for a mere 2 weeks. I don't recall ever seeing his face around the station before then. The man just seemed to appear out of nowhere. Yeah, out of nowhere. Out of thin air. I guess he's a real, living paradox! Okay, I'll stop. That's interesting. Did I tell you he was bad news? I mean, he told me he was bad news after he was dead, so yeah. I don't know what a charlatan like him want with that evidence. You stopped yourself. What's up with that reaction? He seemed to have stopped himself from saying something. Wait, what about the evidence is... Wait. Why won't you just tell us what the evidence is, if you want it back so badly? Mr. Freud, about the stolen evidence, you wouldn't happen to know what the missing item actually was, would you? Tell us. No, I wouldn't. If I were you, I'd think first before making stupid accusations. Okay. What accusations? What are you talking about? Oh, before I forget, there's something else I want to ask you about. Well, it's about the reason I came to speak with you. Namely, who wanted me to come here. Oh, okay, it's being brought up naturally in conversation. Wait, you can't be talking about that man who spoke to you on the phone. That's right. In fact, how did you even know that he called me? Do you know who this man is, Chief Wright? And why he's been calling me? I would suggest you pursue this line of questioning no further. Well now, what have we here? It's been ages since we've seen Cyclox, so at least... Well, this thing works, smack, smack! Oh my god. Like, so everyone else is being truthful, even though... Wait, then... Smith said, like, he didn't go to Risman's house, and yet we heard his voice. What? What? The first time in what feels like forever, a psycholock, a psyche-lock, a psycho-lock. The chief knows the mystery caller is, and now, so will I. time to present my Magatama and get to the bottom of whatever he's hiding. Huh? Nothing's happening. I can't focus. What? I think it's about time you made yourself scarce, Mr. Wright. Yes, I better go do that. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you looking into the issue for me. Now we know the Dox is the traitor in our midst, and now sadly it seems he's paid the price. Oh, well, good riddance to the bad rubbish, I say. Okay. Okay. My god, my Magatama barely seemed to be working. I could see the Cyclops, but I couldn't do anything else. Surely this thing can't be broken. What's going on here? Okay, so do we have to learn the whole... Okay, so in the middle of the final case, we have to learn about the whole rules and tribulations about how a fucking spiritual object works now. Okay, oh yay. Oh yay. Obviously the chief doesn't want to tell me who my mysterious caller is. He definitely knows. Wait, is the police chief also being blackmailed or like being told to like follow things along? Hemlock really wants that enigmium so badly. It's all about greed, isn't it? He seems a little too zealous in finding that missing evidence, too. Jeez, this is all one confusing event or another. Yeah. Ah, jeez. So I guess now we're on to see, I guess the next best thing is to, like, go to the prison, talk to Vex? Or, if we can, we talk to him? No Dr. Smith in sight. He's probably still in questioning. Either that or he's trying to avoid me again. I don't even know anymore. Can we go to, like, you know, the prison, talk to Vex? We just have to go back to the crime scene, look around? Maybe just look around the solitary cell later, the prison. April 14th, 52 Silver Hill Street, exterior. Well, it's at least a sunny day out. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and we're gonna have a bad time, aren't we? It's awfully quiet around here. I thought Brisbane's house was under investigation again. There's bound to be somebody around. I'll just pop in and... Stop! Trent! Trent? Oh, it's you. Oh, Miss Weaver. You boy, we're not in school today. I mean, we were never in school? Ma'am? I'm assuming you have a sick note signed by a parent or guardian to give me? Can I go back home and get it? No, you have to stay here and place your punishment, you... Oh, God. No, Because truancy is a crime not punished by expulsion. Yes, it is. What the fuck is truancy again? And you better be dying because I will not accept any lesser sickness. Pen, stab. I've been stabbed, teacher. I need to go to the hospital. Ha! Likely excuse. I'm literally bleeding out right now. That's what they all say. My testes are going onto the floor right now. Help! Now I know why nobody seems to be around. Okay, that explains a lot. I'm probably sent back to school, Miss Trunchbull here. Oh, I love that reference. Miss Weaver, it's me, the lawyer from the trial. Phoenix, right? Is that so? Then let me have a look at you, laddie. Right. Oh, yes, now remember. The nice and polite boy to whom I awarded all those gold stars. I'm sorry about all that. You can never be too careful with skivviers around. Somebody has to chase them down, round them up, and shove them out back to school. How soon after the trial did you return to work? Soon enough. Oh, boy. So how was your time at your, impromptu big old class trial, then, if we're going with the whole schoolyard thing again? About the morning of the crime. Are you sure you saw and heard what you claimed today? Yes. Send me to the headmaster's office, I'm lying. And, yeah, the phone, book, evidence. Is that the only thing, like, Is that usually a punishment for the pupils? Like, if you always get stabbed in the eyeball, I guess, yeah. As I left my house, I saw the horrid masked man emerging from the alley between our houses. You said he was wearing a plain white mask, though, right? Gold star, laddie. I want a gold star right now. Yes, I saw that ghastly facade of his. Facade again. I think that's literally, I'm just going with that thematic point. So there was no real way to visually identify the man, but you claimed to have heard the voice of Dr. Smith. You heard my recording, boy. Who else could it have been? That's not what I meant. How'd you know it was Dr. Smith? How are we so familiar with his voice? Gee, scamp, you dare answer me back. Do you want a bad behavior sticker? Well, do you? No, miss, I'm sorry. Okay. I thought I made this clear in class earlier. I'm quite familiar with that toe rag, Master Smith. How so? Familiar? Did you say that, or was it goofing off in class? I mean, court. Listen, my boy, for I shan't repeat it again. How do you know Det Smith? How do you know Dat Smith? He's bad news, that boy. Take it from me, Sonny. I know his type all too well. He's the type of scamp who, were he ever in my class, would have had 6 of the best with a flab my ruler. 6 of the best with a flab my ruler. Are they supposed to be like 12 inches long? What? Have you beat kids so much as you're stabbed in half? Physical punishment? Boy, is this lady old-fashioned or what? Oh boy. Well, so tell me, what exactly do you find so terrible about Mr. Smith? I mean, he's Brisbane's friend, right? That's what he claims. Well, I'm not sure I'm entirely convinced. I spied him many a time at Brisbane's doorstep. He's recently been making a rather numerous and frequent visits as Smith. Right. What's wrong about that? Surely he's allowed to... Shh! Don't speak while I'm speaking, boy! Ow! She wasn't kidding about using that ruler for lethal force. Oh my gosh. Just 6 foot long. Now let me finish. Now normally I'd had no problem with those two playing about so late after dark. I bet my Barrett that there is skullduggery afoot. Skullduggery? I haven't heard that word in a long time. You certainly do know your dictionaries. Skullduggery, huh? What she claims Smith and Brisbane have been up to? Skullduggery. Define skullduggery for me, Miss Weaver. You should have read the dictionary and the thesaurus if you know. Just don't be a ghoul. Aha! What a delight! I've never seen such an inquisitive mind as that of you, laddie. But if you wish to expand your vocabulary so, you need to learn its definition. Now listen closely. Spelled S-K-U-L-D-U-G-G-E-R-Y, skullduggery is a term that refers to excellent behavior. No, that's not what I meant. Well, I want to learn. What I want to know is recall the skullduggery you claimed to have seen. I needn't look far, boy. I needn't look far. If I grew up with this one as my teacher, I'd want to transfer to a military school or something. I think you'll be already in middle school. Like military school, military school, middle school. Military middle school. That sounds horrid. But I suppose I could put a vocabulary lesson to the one side for now. Let me think. Ah, of course. You'd like to know my wife Smith was hanging out with the undesirables, yes? The No comment. Then let me begin by recalling the last time you visited Mr. Brisbane. A mere few hours before the crime. Wait, what? Yes, kind of tolling of the midnight hour. Who else should come knocking but Master Smith himself? Midnight? What was he doing? I saw him from my window, on his way over to Mr. Brisbane's house next door. He kept glancing around like he was worried that somebody might be following him. Just a fidget pot. It definitely goes into a theory I had with the whole thing with the thing. Like, he went to Brisbane's house, like, you know, for a game plan? I guess with the whole, he took it to make me now with a cloak on? That was extra precautions. Ooh. But wait, he said he never went to the house. And there was no Cyclops. And there's no Cyclops appearing here, and this is an in-depth discussion. Megatama is so broken by now, then. Just, okay, I'm bringing this back. Just work you. Work. And you say that has happened at midnight? But wait, did you get only like 4 to 5 hours of sleep? Oh my gosh, you're one of those kind of people, huh? I need my beauty sleep as much as anyone else, and if I don't sleep, like, you know, a good like 8 hours, something like that, I just become absolutely dead inside. That's why you act like this. Okay, that's characterization. I didn't think that we'd get to this. So the crime took place roughly 5 hours later. Did you notice anything else about him? Anything off? I didn't mention it. I do recall something else. Aside from his shifty glances and brisk walking pace, I recall an envelope of some sort kind under his arm. An envelope? You saw him leave with an enigmium, but not a file. I'm pretty sure you mentioned that by now. Wait, are you gonna say like he had the file with him, like leaving with the enigmium as well? Because I didn't see, like, did the police find any kind of envelope, like crime scene? Yes, the most dubious-looking document is in a brown envelope. That's interesting. What was he doing visiting in Brisbane at midnight with an envelope like that? He and I need to have a chat when visiting hours open. Thanks for your help, Miss Weaver. Think nothing of it, laddie. A hard-working pupil is a good pupil. Okay. But surely you're not still thinking defending that layabout. To be honest, what you just told me does make him sound a little shifty. But at this point, we're too far deep in. I've never been one to abandon my ethics. To believe in your client till the bitter end. I feel that this case will really test that principle, maybe to its straining point. I'll keep searching for the truth, Miss Weaver, whether it will help or hinder my client. That's what lawyers do. It's all we can do. So young and yet so already focused on your career choice. I suppose I never wished any ill will toward Master Smith. Oh, wow. I only wish for Mr. Brisbane's attacker to be brought to justice. Whoever he may be. They always seem like nice, well-mannered boys. The both of them. I'd really like to believe that Mr. Smith wasn't the one who did it. All this time I wanted to say that what I saw was a trick of the mind. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. But she never really wanted to accuse it to Smith. She was just telling us what she saw, although she herself didn't want to believe it. I have to admit, though, I'm exhibiting similar feelings myself. I don't believe that Smith to have been the assailant. I had to believe. But the evidence doesn't lie. The evidence never lies. Don't worry, Miss Weaver. I'll make sure the assailant is caught, whoever he is. All that remains for me to say is, thank you for your cooperation. Wait, before you go. Yes? Is there anything else? I'd like to thank you, actually, for promising to prove my observations wrong. But, wait, I never promised. In just my gratitude, I'd like to have these. Yes! Uh-oh. I can't see. I'm a good noodle indeed. Gee, thanks, miss. They'll compliment that badge on your lip really well. Go forth and wear those stars of pride as you topple that craven villain. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Guess that's all you have to say to us now. There's no Cyclops, then you have to be telling the truth. Oh boy. We find anything here? Anything new? Number 14th, 52 Silver Hill Street, living room. Ah, there you are. Oh, hi, Edgeworth. I thought I would see you at, like, you know, the police department, I guess. I guess you would search more in this area first. Oh, hi, Edgeworth. I see you and the police have already started investigations already. We've almost finished, actually. Apart from what we've found so far, there really doesn't seem to be much else amiss. I don't see much snow around. He's taking a further look around the defendant's apartment for the stolen enigmium. I couldn't let the opportunity to examine this place again go to waste, however. Will be a chance to look around, you know, Smith's apartment, or are we just gonna leave that to, like, you know, snow? So we split the investigation team between us, half are with me, half are with him. Which leaves you on your own, I'm afraid. Don't worry about it. I'm quite used to investigating solo by now, I should think. Yeah, Maya's still gone. My god. Like, it feels so weird thinking about it now, just being completely alone. Right. You have something on your face. Huh? What is it? What's my face? A piece of sandwich? A hideous mole? What? Oh. One of those Weaver's gold stars. You always be a forever good noodle. Don't worry. He didn't overreact too foolishly. Looks like I didn't wipe all of them off my face. Wipe them off, you say? You know, I think I'll keep it for good luck. Cold star slip into pocket. Right, back to business. Trying to prove the alternative theory I brought up in court will be a tall order. I'll be aiming to prove the purpose of the confusing half-hour time gap between Miss Weaver's witness of the assailant leaving and Brisbane's ambulance phone call. I have a feeling this is a very important point to the address, and I need to prove it soon. Otherwise, Detective Smith might as well be declared guilty. I guess before we look around, we'll talk to you. Lots in the case, chase investigation, one by one. What do you make of this case so far, Edgeworth? First, I saw no reason for such a vicious attack on the prosecutor. I admit I was hard-pressed for comprehending such intentions. Yeah, usually that's my whole MO when going through these kind of mystery games, just focusing in more on behavioral stuff like that. Like, you know, how characters act, and try to apply that to, like, how, like, you know, their actions go about, along with the evidence. Like, I use the evidence to help determine, like, just behavioral stuff. And that's got me a few times, actually, in the past. A few mystery games, I figured out something, like, a big overarching thing. Just, I don't want to say anything spoilery about any of the other games, just, the fact, just, like, help me rule out several other people. Like, you know, behavioral-wise, why it couldn't be them. Even if there was, like, no direct, conclusive proof it wasn't them, just circumstantial, both behavioral evidence and stuff like that. Like, how they act and all that. I'm sorry. Just, that's, like, just paying attention to behavioral stuff has got me really close to figuring out, like, actually, practically has got me to the truth, like, more often than once, so that's my go-to. It's my absolute go-to. Then just the evidence goes next. I admit I was hard-pressed for comprehending such intentions. Yeah, Detective Snow's cluelessness in a court today kind of gave it away. Yeah, until you mentioned that he was obsessed with enigmium. Now it makes perfect sense as to why somebody would go to such a length to obtain it. It's like... Still going to that thing about, like, you know... Like... Yeah. Oh, boy. And, like, the whole thing of the weird contradiction with, like, the Magatama, Cyclops, and Smith gets to me. So Smith had to be the one who lapped up with enigmium, and the culprit came and beat Brisbane near senseless, and Hemlock really wants the enigmium. But surely you don't think it was to Smith? I'm inclined to believe anybody could have been the perpetrator, as a matter of fact. Huh? How come? Think about it for a moment. The motive that has been established thus far is the acquisition of an object worth billions, yes? Well, my reasoning is that a motive like that could apply to anyone and everyone. Yeah, okay, well, this case has grown very much broader. Very much broader. Like, greed is a human sin, stitched into our hearts since the beginning of time. Well, philosophy aside, I think I see what you're saying. The promise of that much money could drive almost anybody to obtain it by any means necessary. I don't know why this came to mind now, but, like, I'm basing much of the evidence based on, like, you know, Rimlick's whole thing of, like, you know, sort of assignment, that transitional piece. Just behavioral-wise. Yeah. Yeah. It can only make sense it is Hemlock. So wait, so the mysterious caller has to be the culprit? That must be it, right? The promise that much money could drive almost anybody to obtain it by any means necessary. Indeed, petty criminals and thieves would kill for less than they're worth. Well, for $1 billion, how many out there would be so tenacious, I wonder? In other words, a personal motive is less than likely right now. Okay, so we can toss the whole thing of, like, Brisbane's background of, like, you know, Von Karman, like, getting defendants, you know, guilty out of the way then. Enigmium's in play. And so far it doesn't seem like anything else is in play. Definitely want to see if we can find that file anytime soon. And what about you? What's your take on the situation? Well, I'm a defense attorney and you're a prosecutor. I can't share the info with you, pal. Okay. You really distrust me that much, do you? By the way, that was the worst impression detective shoe I've ever heard. Hey, we're just joking, Edgeworth. Jeez, look at your face. Okay, none of you are gonna become voice actors. If I want to become one. I just like making these voices going through it. Since you ask, I'm personally finding it hard to believe that Dr. Smith did it. I assume you take into account the Grotwire bearing this prints? Oh, great, now he's got me thinking like him. It's hard to fabricate fingerprints of all things. Yeah, like it has to be. Well, it has to be a reason for that, just as there has to be a reason for the half-hour time gap. I have to examine this room again today to prove it. His investigation. So how's the investigation going on so far? A few new pieces of evidence have been dug up after a more thorough examination. So I guess the police must have missed him the first time? Strange, isn't it? Granted, what we've uncovered thus far was hidden from sight. Even so, a crime scene must be examined thoroughly. I'm guessing any evidence that was found will now be out in the open, right? You really should be more thankful, right? Oh, yeah, I'll be sure to reward you and the police a handsome tip for your troubles. Well, not a tip, but I would say not a handsome tip, but a very more better item of all things. How about a gold star? You fancy a gold star? Is this supposed to be funny? Honestly, no. I just thought you could use a little cheering up. It does look more appealing than a big angry red face. That indeed it is, although it definitely fits your red coat and suit jacket. Exactly. Well, no thank you, right? I doubt I'm very deserving such prestigious merit. But fret not, I have a feeling you'll find a worthy recipient before long. Ooh, who's gonna be the lucky winner? Who's it gonna be? Yay! Eh. Oh boy. So I guess we just look around this a bit more. So, there's a table, the kitchen area, the bloody area. The bloodstains on the side that's covered. The one on the counter looks like a handprint that brings me to land against it at one point. The whole... I keep going back and forth with, like, how the, like, I guess, movements of the victim and the culprit must have worked. What's in the counter? There's nothing there. Cactus, just... Oh, that's a thing now. Huh. Wasn't this cabinet closed before? Really? Oh yes, the police have opened up for the investigation. How come? Sure the cabinet has nothing to do with the crime. You would be quite mistaken. The cabinet contains a very interesting find indeed. Is that so? I'll check this interesting find out for myself. Here goes, for better or for worse. Oh. The first thing that catches my eye is this. There's a little red smudge in the wood up in this corner of the cabinet. Yeah. Hold on. That's no smudge. That's blood. I wonder what Edgeworth makes of this discovery. Blood in cabinet. Then there's this? What even is this? Huh. The wood is pretty wet in this area. That's water? This thing was sprayed here recently. Like, okay. What is this thingy-mabob? This red thing? Edgeworth, you should know. You like red. Tell me more about the blood in the cabinet. Ah, well spotted, right? It wasn't that hard to spot. Unless he's patronizing me again. I wouldn't put it past him. Yes, quite a curious find. The assault appeared to have taken place nowhere near the cabinet. Yet we discovered some of the victim's blood on the inside. Is it possible the doors were open at the time of the crime? And then the blood may have just flown in the direction of the cabinet? I mean, like, if he fell on... If Brisbane fell on the thing in the ground there, and the cabinet was closed, that'd be a weird place of blood just flow from, like, on the ground, in front of the coffee table, like, as shown here, by the phone, all the way to the cabinet by just a small, tiny bit of splatter? That's weird. I don't think so. That could be possible. It doesn't count for the fact that there are no more traces of blood found in or around the cabinet. Huh. How do you figure? You might have noticed the large wet patches of the cabinet, yes? Oh, yeah. I did wonder about that. Once police noticed the blood, I had the whole interior sprayed with luminol. The wet patch showing the most recent application. Turns out the only blood found is the small stain you see. The mystery of how Brisbane's blooded up in its cabinet. It just means this case so far chock full of seemingly random mysteries. Huh. Yeah, actually. Which actually makes sense because this is technically the finale case. Interesting. Was there anything else? Like, there is little cactus. Mess on the table is unchanged from yesterday. It looks like Greason put the garrote wire back where he found it. How nice of him. Yeah. I guess back in the CG, the cabinet's closed, but the cactus. A potted cactus that once stood on the counter has been knocked to the floor. The little blue vase I held is no more. For some weird reason, it feels like appropriate for Brisbane to own a cactus. Ah, that's the same lines. There's a blood handprint. Just want to make sure everything's good and dandy. A short trail of bloody handprints leads from the kitchenette to the coffee table. Kitchenette. Good word. Brisbane must have crawled across the floor towards the table in order to reach the ring for his ambulance. And there's blood in the receiver down there. Phone. Phone used by Brisbane to dial ambulance before he slipped into his coma. Yeah, nothing there. The shards. Okay. It goes to the cactus again. Okay. Definitely need to check this again. There's the rot wire down there, the jacket. Is it? Is that always there? Huh. This envelope is new. Is that the envelope Renwick brought? Was this somehow overlooked in yesterday's investigation? Empty. It's more like discarded trash than valuable evidence. What's that red splotch at the top of it? What's that red blotch on the edge? Better ask Edgeworth more about this when I can. Huh. I'm gonna assume it's blood, but just to be sure. I think last time we had a chance to look at it for glasses. I think that's the thing. Just a broken glass everywhere. It's a wonder nobody has trodden in it yet. Exception of snow. Oh yeah, didn't like they mention before, like, I think the first investigation looking at this place, there was like, was glass on the table, like, I think 2? I guess it would coincide with, like, when we're meeting up with Brisbane, like, at midnight. And Grotware is down there, we can't look at it. His jacket. The green jacket belonged to Brisbane. Draped over the arm of the couch. And his prosecutor's badge is on it. Oh yeah, you don't like wearing your prosecutor's badge either, do you, Edgeworth? You always keep it in your pocket. Characterization. You don't deserve a gold star. So what is this? It's envelope. Yes? I say this is somehow important evidence. You more or less figured that out by yourself, so why are you asking me? Well, for a start, where did the police find this? Somebody had forked it on the back of Brisbane's sofa. That will explain the envelope's currently crumpled state. And what about this large drop of blood on the edge? Forensics are looking into that as we speak. But given the circumstances, whose do you think it is? It's the killers! No, it's the Brisbane's, I assume. Brisbane's? That would be the most obvious conclusion. The attack, his blood must have somehow got him in contact with his envelope. There's blood everywhere. Why did Stanley decide to try and hide this envelope? And why such a careless way? I think he's begging for this to be found. Huh. Yeah, why didn't the culprit take it with them? Very good questions. Well, I'm sure you're aware the envelope is empty, and we found no evidence of what it once contained. We do know from analyzing the prints that Brisbane is the only one who touched it. Really? Not Renwick? And, like, Miss Weaver said, like, Renwick brought the note in. Wait. Was Renwick wearing gloves? Wait, then... Why is Prince and the... Why? My head's about to explode. Just trying to piece this all together. I'm slowly keeping up. I think, like, oh boy. Oh, joy. So, like, Renwick must have been wearing gloves. That, like... That's the only conclusion I should come up with. Like, Brisbane's fingerprints, like, touched it, the envelope and all that. That means the culprit had, like, gloves on too then, at the very least, or something like that, right? Like, you know, since it's crumpled into the thing of the couch, right? So, like, nothing. Huh. Wonder. I don't know if we finished looking around this crime scene all once over again, but I guess for the time being, leave us off here. So, for fun time watches I am playing as, we'll see you next time, what time may be, and I all hope you have a fantastic